Tell you what, it's a nice crisp morning here to go beaver trapping. We've been up in the, upper 60s to low 70s here recently. This morning was 35 degrees, so it's pretty brisk out. I knew it was coming, but damn, it just doesn't. Once you start getting used to that warm weather, this is a change. But we had a pretty late night in the shop last night. Then in the middle of the night, my boy got up and got sick. I think the flu bug's going through our place right now, and luckily I'm the only one that survived it so far anyway. I always joke with my wife and tell her that's because I'm always exposed to stuff, eating dirt. I mean, just pretty rough and dirty when it comes to trapping. You're gonna encounter a lot of fats and blood and dirt and mud and everything else. But anyway, guys, we're gonna get down the road here. We got a lot of stuff to put in today, and hopefully the flu bug avoids me, but we're gonna get down the road. Well, guys, this is we're out setting today. This is actually one of the creek systems I trapped pretty hard 3 weeks ago. The one closest to my house here. I came down here, it was close to my house 2 days ago. I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna throw some drowning rods back in there. He actually pulled this one out of the bottom, but that's why it's always important to have the top end staked pretty hard. But pretty nice here. We got a nice beaver here, and on my other one down here, if you can't tell, the drowning lock is gone. He went down the water. The reason I actually set this is right there. There's a big mound of tracks and stuff and caster up on there. They made just nice big caster mounds, so pretty awesome. I'm setting today, but just for the hell of it, a couple days ago, I'm like, yeah, I'll just throw some stuff in these old areas that are close to home and see how they produce. So we got one for sure, possibly a second one. That's a good sign for the day. This looks good. I'm pumped. Well, we got us a nice pair here on that first stop. So 2 for 2 on traps I set out on old ground. I'm very thrilled with that. We had the one down here that pulled that drowner up. I actually kind of moved that over just a little bit now. He had kind of wallered out the bank here, makes a good nice little cubby. The one down here, this one was on the end of the drowner like it was supposed to be, but you can actually see my trap under the water there fairly clearly. Not quite as deep as I'd like, but I'll go for a front foot here. The reason I even set this spot up, like I said, it was close to home. But if you look right here on the bank, it's hard to tell now because it's kind of frozen, just kind of soft. But they came up here and they made a caster mound right there. This is 3 weeks ago when I was trapping this. There's nothing here, nothing like that at all. But this bank right here wasn't slick like that, and there was just tracks everywhere when I set this the other day. So I thought, what the heck, I'm pretty new to this stuff, but if they're making caster mounds, there's got to be beaver in here still. So on the first check, we went 2 for 2. So that motivates me we're going to go ahead and check out all the spots that I trapped 3 weeks ago. We got a lot of creek systems that I trapped that were pretty similar to this. So we're going to go ahead and set them, maybe not set them all, but look at them, see what the sign is. We had that water come up pretty good and dropped, and I just want to check the banks out for tracks and see if it's worth setting. But anyway, gonna get down the road. We got a long day. All right, here we are in another nice system. This is actually, probably as a crow flies, only about a mile and a half from where we just caught 2 beaver. Creek system, it's probably about 3 miles yet because it winds so much. But we haven't got to my other spot to check stuff yet, but I wanted to set this, kind of show you what I have going on here. This nice little cubby I made here. Just took a stick, put with caster up here on the bank. Pretty simple. On the other one here, you can actually see my TS85. It's really shallow. Going for a front foot catch, because if I put this back any farther, it drops to about 16 inches of water. So a little deeper than I'd like it, so we're just gonna go for a front foot catch. It's offset to the right just a little bit, but something else I want to point out while I'm down here. That other side looks pretty inviting too, but pretty much the whole time I'm going to be running this line, the wind is going to be out of the south, which is at my back right now. I want that scent blowing across the water. Not saying you wouldn't catch anything on the other side, but I gotta put all the odds in my favor. you know, if I can, why not set this side? There's several creek systems that run, you know, north and south. So on that one, you know, we're just gonna pick a side and go with it. But anyway, just a nice little system down here. We got one more spot that I'm gonna be putting traps on, and then we should come up to our spot where I got 2 more traps to check. So we had kind of an issue here a little bit ago. My dumbass got out of the truck at that last spot with those beaver and came back up to the truck, and I locked myself out. So luckily my dad had his phone on him. He was able to call the sheriff department, come unlock us. But looks kind of interesting, 2 guys standing on the side of the road, one covered in mud up to his waist, and it was an interesting ordeal. But anyway, we're back on the road and moving down. All right, not sure if you guys will recognize this spot, but this is another one that I set here, about 3 weeks ago. We pulled 2 beaver out of this, and we're just coming back through, and I went through the exact same spot where I did before. You can kind of, if I can find it, yeah, kind of tell where you can actually see my trap there if you look close. But you know, light funneling, my rebar, the top of it's above water, but just on drowner, and that doesn't seem to discourage them. I was kind of wondering, you know, with that rebar sticking out and the stake right there, hasn't seemed to affect me. But then again, you know, I haven't caught hundreds or thousands of beaver too, but just from what I've learned, it doesn't seem to bother them too much. So anyway, we're set this spot kind of a side one here that I wasn't planning on doing, but I thought, what the heck, you know, we caught 2 on the spot where we trapped before, so we're gonna set this again and now go check our spot where we set on Wednesday. Here's another nice crick here. This is actually one of my bread and butter coon spots, one of the few bridges that I actually set on. We caught 1 coon here 3 weeks ago, but as you can tell, I mean, there's chewings everywhere. This nice little slide area where they're coming up and into basically it's the road drainage is all it is. So there's definitely some activity there. You know, the water dropped a lot. Last time I was here, I actually set up over there, and I was drowning them over there where it's just sand now. So this water's gone down probably 3 feet, 4 feet. At the same time, you know, we had that rain here a little while ago that the waters really came up, and if you can tell by all the tracks on the bank here, I did not hurt the raccoon population in this area this fall. I mean, they're everywhere. There's just mink tracks like crazy through it. You know, a lot of people have told me, oh, you're not going to catch that many coon again the next season. You know, there's already stuff moving in here, and you're not going to catch them all no matter what. But anyway, back to the beaver. You know, fresh chewings right here has really got me excited for this. Nice little slide mark going up here, up top to the timber. So we're gonna set a couple drowners here. I like this spot really, really well. Oh, we got a couple sets in here. I mean, they're kind of boxed in a little bit. You know, I don't go crazy with the blocking, but you know, I kind of guide them the best I can without making it look too out of place. So we got one here, and then we got one right over there. I just actually use their sticks they've been chewing on here to put some lure on. You know, I mean, nothing else. The eye appeal helps as well, and there's still plenty of them floating around here. So we'll see what happens. Just a nice crick. Like I said, we caught one on it earlier. Definitely a few more running around. So time to get down the road. Well, welcome to day 2 here. We did not get the traps out I wanted to. Called it quits about noon yesterday as I wasn't starting to feel so great, and I'm glad I got home when I did, because whatever bug that went through our house, it caught me and caught me hard. So spent most of the day in the bathroom all the way till probably 9:30 last night, but pretty rough. I still ain't feeling good, but I got to at least check these traps, and I'd really like to get a few more out, especially the season's winding down. But we're just gonna see how I feel after we run these first few. Good thing the first ones are close to home, because it's gonna be kind of a test on how I'm feeling. So anyway, we're gonna get down the road just very, very slowly. Well, here's our first sign of activity. Unfortunately, it's just a plain miss. Back there behind that bent stick, you can kind of see where my trap is. Up on the bank, he came up here and just destroyed the bank. I had him blocked off pretty good, I thought. Apparently not well enough though. He came up from the opposite side, came up here, slicking everything up, you know, trying to reclaim his territory with that foreign caster. But we're gonna go down here and redo this. Really not looking forward to going down there right now, but gonna go down there and make this look better. You know, kind of force him to come up the side he's supposed to. So we'll go down there and I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. Oh, kind of crude looking, but it'll work for us. You know, that big log right there is on the right of the trap, and this little bent stick is on the left. So hopefully he's gonna swim downstream and then come up through and work it this time. So pretty crude, but you know, it should work for us. We're gonna find out. Well, I don't see my trap or my slide on my rebar, so hopefully we got something down at the bottom of this one. Be the first one of the day, so we'll see how I do pulling out something big and heavy out of a crick here. Not a bad 2-year-old. Kind of awkward. I mean, he's got a really thin tail. When I first saw the tail, I thought it was one of those pups. Really narrow, kind of weird. Also, I want to show this. If this wasn't on a drowner, I would have not had this beaver. We only got him by 2 toes, just the tips of the toes. So I would almost guarantee you that this thing would not be here today if it was just on a long chain like some of my friends like to use. I got to give them crap for it, but that's why I like the drowners. You know what, this thing would not have been here, I'd almost guarantee it. Plus, you know, you got a dead animal under the water. This is actually just, it's a closed down bridge here, but we came down here once when I had Brad with me, and there's a family down here just messing around and stuff, and you never know who's gonna come down here and, you know, either be up to no good or what. So it's good to have that trap and everything out of sight, you know, out of sight, out of mind. They don't even know it's here. But anyway, first beaver of the day. I'm happy with it. Definitely got to watch some of these water levels, you know. This is the 2-day check on this, and it dropped, I'm gonna say probably 6 inches on us. That trap is almost out of water now. Luckily over here on this other one, I didn't see the trap there, and out there we got a dispatched really small yearling beaver, but still happy to see a beaver on today. I mean, it's just gotten over whatever kind of flu bug I had, and feeling good now. So I'm ready to get these traps running and hopefully get some more steel out. We're gonna get this sucker reset and come back over here and move this one into deeper water. Actually, I think it's gonna work out better now, because it just, the way the lay of the land was, I couldn't go much deeper without it being too deep. Now I'm pretty sure if I move it out, it'll be under 6-8 inches of water, just like I like it for a back foot catch. So we'll get them pulled up, see what we got. Well, this is the old abandoned bridge here that we caught one on a couple days ago. So actually been pretty productive now. Assuming we got one on here, but the lock's down, so we'll see what's on the bottom side of it. Got one. He got tangled up in some sticks. A lot better than the one we just had.
It's a nice one.
Oh, that would have been bad. Oh. That drops off quick too.
Is that 30, 35 pounder?
Yeah. That makes it, it's probably close. It'll be break 30. very fine ledge to stand on here. Now I get some caster in here. Once I find a good stick for it. We're on the road. A lot better beaver than the first one we had this morning. This is just about as simple as it gets, guys. I mean, just kind of boxing them in a little bit, caster on a stick. You know, we just got a pretty fair sized creek system here, but the water's still dropping on us, but we're gonna get rain here in a couple days. I'm sure it's gonna pick up probably a foot or so, but anyway, we'll worry about that when we get here. We got us a good one here. Really nice beaver. He did not go down the drowner though, like he did go down the drowner, just I think he pulled out the bottom of it again, but this is a big boy. I can't even I mean, he's been diving on me this whole time here, but that is a big beaver. I can just tell by the size of his tail. He is a big boy. We'll get him dispatched and get him up here and see just how big he is. But wow, what a toad. I'm happy to see that. You know, we only got 2 today so far. This spot over here, I got traps that got snapped off on me, but this is nice. This is a new spot. We got plenty more we're gonna be setting today, I hope. So happy about that. Now this is what we're after. That is a toad of a beaver. I'd hate to even try to guess, but I would not think 60 pounds is an exaggeration. So that's a good one. This is definitely not one of the 1.5-year cruisers. You know, she has a den here somewhere. So anyway, we still got a few more traps to check, so we're gonna get down the road. It's gonna be I'm not sure how this is gonna go yet, but we're gonna try it. Well, the water level dropped here. Really glad I kind of run a high pan tension on this TS85s. Kind of hard to tell, but there's a really big bullfrog decided to perch himself on the pan of this thing. Probably not the smartest move on his part, but actually, hell, it'd probably go off right over the top of him. But anyway, we're gonna get these down in some deeper water. You know, creek systems are going down right now, so we're gonna have to keep watching it. But pretty disappointed we didn't have one here, but we got that nice big toad before this to make up for it, I suppose. But anyway, gonna get down the road.